Hi YouTube friends, welcome. Join me because today we're making a necklace out of paracord using this double overhand knot pendant. Start by finding the center of your piece of paracord and just form an overhand loop, and then tuck your working end up through that loop to form an overhand knot, and then tuck it up one more time to form a double overhand knot, and then just dress your double overhand so that both of these strands are running down. Then you want to take your other piece of paracord and then running on the inside, we just want to follow our first piece all the way around. So just follow that strand exactly, following the overs and the unders, and keep both strands parallel. So just keep following it around until you get to the other side. So you should end up with that, and if you find it's a little bit loose, you can just take out a little bit of slack and adjust the knot as you see fit. Once you're happy with the shape of your first knot, we just want to tie a diamond knot with these two outer strands. So I'm going to get these two strands out of the way. I'm just going to clip them in place with a pin just so we can see what's going on down here. I'm going to start here on the left and form an overhand loop. And then with my right strand, I want to come in above that loop, underneath this strand, and then over this one here. And then next I just want to weave through this section here, so I'm going to go up through that loop and then down through the end there. And I'm just going to feed a little bit of slack through. You should end up with a carrick bend, and you'll see that these two leg lengths are different lengths, so we just want to feed slack through until they are equal. So go ahead and do that. So now our leg lengths here are around about equal, and we still have our carrick bend here at the top. We want to finish off this carrick bend by taking our left strand first and going around this right leg up through the center of the knot. Then we can take our right strand, bring it around. It wants to come around this leg, and then also up through the center. And when you've gotten this far, we just need to unclip our pin, and we can also take our other strands straight up through that center. That's one and that's two. And then we just need to tighten this diamond knot around these two center strands. So just give it a bit of a pull, And then starting from one end, you just need to feed slack all the way through the knot. And then from the other side also feed slack through the knot. When you get this diamond knot nice and tight, then you can trim these excess center strands off. So just cut them nice and close to the end of the knot. Make sure these other strands are well out of the way, and then we can just singe them off. When you are happy with this, we can then move on to the final stage, which is to tie these off. And I'm just going to tie a fisherman's knot, so just make sure you find the center there just by pulling on this end and making sure you have the center. And then I'm going to tie an overhand knot around the opposite strand. So I'm going to go over, under both, and then tuck the end through that loop. Tighten that up, flip it around, and do the same thing. Go over and then under both, and then tuck the end through that loop. And we then should have an adjustable knot here. And now we just need to trim up these ends. I like to just leave a little bit of a tag on either side. So I've trimmed up the ends here, and this should be your finished piece. If you like this kind of thing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because here we talk about both decorative and functional knots. Thanks for watching. I like you all, and I will see you on the next video.